I spent most of my life building towards a life I couldn't quite picture, but I ached for. A call, a place to serve, a community where my work mattered. And slowly and almost unbelievably, it happened. I found myself doing work that felt faithful to who God called me to be, work that served people and work that built the kind of world I wanted my children to live in. Knowing that pressure washing a building is as important as painting a mural, because making a community beautiful and making it livable both matter. And then there was my family, married at 39, after waiting and praying and wondering if it would ever happen. And I got a husband who brought into my life the things money can't buy: steadiness, tenderness, laughter, and partnership. And then motherhood came at 40 and 42, and then to everyone's surprise, our miraculous girl arrived at 46. The miracle we didn't know we needed. A life I could have never engineered. Life wasn't perfect, but it was mine, and it was better than I ever could imagine. And I was excited to see where it would go. And then in an instant, a second, a moment so brief it's hard to make sense of it, everything changed. I was crossing the street, pushing a stroller like mothers do every day. And out of nowhere, I saw a flicker just out of the corner of my eye, just at the edge of it, coming so fast. And my body registered it before my mind could name it. And I did what a mother heart does. I pushed that stroller hard to protect my child. My child was spared, but I was not. When I first woke up, I said, my head hurts right here. And it's hurt there every day since. MTBI. They called it mild, but life disagreed. And later, the diagnosis caught up. Traumatic brain injury. A world where my strengths weren't there anymore and my weaknesses seemed to be amplified. A world where the brain that I depended on, the brain that made me, did not work in the way it used to. A world where the very chemistry inside me shifted. Suddenly, my heart and my head were no longer my own. And as disoriented as it wasn't just the pain. It was the absence. Because the hope that had sustained me through all the hard chapters before was gone. And I didn't know how to get it back. I thought hope was something you just had, something you could summon. That if you tried hard enough, if you prayed hard enough, if you optimized hard enough. But life changed, and my brain changed, and the days stretched longer than anyone ever expected. People around me couldn't really see it. They loved me, but they didn't know the darkness that was inside, eating me alive. And I tried to protect them, because I was afraid if I let it out, it would swallow them too. But every morning I had 3 little lights waking up in my house. And every night I had 3 little lives that I was responsible to tuck into bed. So I kept moving. Doctor's appointment after doctor's appointment. Questions after questions without answers. Challenge after challenges, and disappointment after disappointment. And I was exhausted, not just because it was hard, but because I had always been the fixer. And now my life felt like one impossible hurdle after the next with no clear solution. My grit could not fix this. My discipline could not outwork it. My can-do attitude could not outplan it. The only way forward was time and healing and slow, deliberate work. And then something happened that I didn't expect. people I had known my whole life and people who I'd known briefly, people who I hadn't talked to in years, people who could have easily forgotten me showed up. Communities once a blip on my radar stepped in towards me in big and small ways. And without saying the words, they were saying this thing to me: we will hope for you. And that's when I changed the way I understood recovery and mental health. Sometimes you don't find the hope by digging deeper into yourself. Sometimes it's external. Sometimes hope is communal. Sometimes you borrow it, freely given, until you can carry it again on your own. And that's what I called borrowed hope. Borrowed hope is a practical love, the kind that doesn't fix anything, but helps you breathe. And it saved me. My name is Eleanor Shell, and this is my brave.